now? Yeah. All right. Good. 1, 2, 3. Welcome to Newman Catholic High School for this afternoon's 8-player football matchup between the Newman Catholic Cardinals and the Greenwood Indians. Good afternoon, everyone. Again, Steve Maves alongside Cale Jacoby here at beautiful Newman Catholic High School. We get you ready for the first ever Greenwood Indians 8-player football game here this afternoon. They are going up against a perennial powerhouse in the 8-player realm in the Newman Catholic Cardinals. We'll get into that in a little bit, but we'd like to thank Forward Bank, Forward Financial. Forward Bank is moving our communities forward. Check out Forward Bank or forward.bank or branch locations in Marshfield, Greenwood, Colby, Medford, Park Falls, Phillips, Stanley, Thorpe, and Withy. Forward Bank moving our communities forward. We had a whole bunch of games last night. This is the conclusion of week 1 here in high school football at Zaleski Sports, and it is going to be a doozy. These two teams, preseason 1 and 2 in the Central Wisconsin East 8-player conference. Newman 1, Greenwood 2. Port Edwards, who had a big win yesterday over Marion Tigerton, picked to finish 3rd. Marion Tigerton, as mentioned, 4th. Tri-County 5th. And Bowler Gresham is picked to finish in last. Again, the Greenwood Indians, first year in 8-man football, 8-player football. They had a pretty successful 2019 season and bringing back a lot of guys from that team last year. They started out 4-0 in the Cloverwood, and then they fell to Loyal by 8, 16-8, Athens 12-6, and Abbotsford 28-22 before rallying off some big wins and then getting pounded by Edgar in level 1 last year, 43-12. They're head coached by Chris Schmitz, as they have been the last handful of years. The Newman Catholic Cardinals, head coached by Paul Michlik, here again. They have been in 8-man since 2017, and that year, their first year in 8-man, they won the state championship. Last year, 12-1 record. They were 6-0 in the grade 8. They lost to the state championship over in Chippewa Falls to Luck, who again is another pretty perennial powerhouse, 42-27. Just looking at what they did last year, 48 points a game, 623 total points, 85 touchdowns. They outscored their opponents in the first half, 478-130. Through the air, 209 completions, 62%, 3,176 yards, 38 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions, 244 yards per game a year ago. Rushing, 406 attempts, nearly 3,000 yards on the ground as well, 47 touchdowns, and 226 yards per game. On defense, just as good, 16.6 points a game, only gave up a total of 216 points, 98 yards passing on defense. They had 22 interceptions a year ago, and defensively on the ground, or total, they only gave up 31 touchdowns compared to their 85 on offense. Have some big names coming back. Dylan Ackerman, who stepped in for Ben Bates last year when Ben got hurt. Ackerman came in and gave him some good numbers, 51 of 88, 850 yards and 10 touchdowns. Thomas Bates, who will be in the backfield this afternoon, 167 attempts, 1,750 yards, 25 touchdowns on the ground. The big receiver coming back, Charlie McCarty, 92 receptions, 1,325 yards, and 11 touchdowns for the Newman Cardinals. Talked about Newman coming in, being Newman being as good as they are in 8-man since that 2017 season, 33-2 in 3 seasons in 8-man football. 10-0 their first year, 11-1, and then 12-1 a year ago in their run at a state runner-up. Players to watch, as mentioned, Dylan Ackerman, 6 interceptions on defense, stepped in, as mentioned, for Ben Bates at quarterback, Thomas Bates in the backfield, and Charlie McCarty for Newman Catholic. For the Greenwood Indians, as mentioned, in their first season in 8-player football, they have a handful of talented individuals coming back. As mentioned, they didn't get beat up a whole lot last year. They played in 3 very close games. 3 of their 4 losses last year were determined by 8 points or less. And then, obviously, as I mentioned, lost to Edgar 43-12 in level 1. Averaged 24 points a game, 32 total touchdowns, passing only 9 touchdowns through the air. So we'll see how that does against a team like Newman Catholic. Again, Greenwood doesn't throw a whole lot. They have the bigger bodies. They have the size, but we'll see if they can compare and match up against Newman Catholic in the athleticism and speed game here this afternoon. Rushing on the ground, 381 attempts, 2,300 yards, 23 touchdowns. They did fumble 13 times last year for the Indians. Players to watch, Cooper Bredlow at quarterback, 35 of 89, 570 yards, 9 touchdowns. On the ground, 110 attempts, 786 yards, and 15 touchdowns. Wyatt Artek last year, and Weston Schmitz coming back for the Indians. So it's going to be one heck of a ball game. It should be a dandy here this afternoon, as week 1 of the high school football season here at Zaleski Sports is about to wrap up. Again, I'd like to thank Forward Financial. Forward Bank is moving our communities forward. Check out forwardbank.com or branch locations in Marshfield, Greenwood, Colby, Medford, Park Falls, Phillips, Stanley, Thorpe, and Withy. Forward Bank moving our communities forward. So they're going through.
For the Greenwood Indians, number 2, senior wide receiver, Weston Schmitz.
So we're going through starting lineups, which aren't a lot. We've only got 8 players on each side. So my first 8-man game, Kale's first 8-man game, so it's going to be a learning experience for everyone. But it should be a dandy here this afternoon. As mentioned, Greenwood coming in their first 8-man game in school history. So it should be one heck of a matchup, and none better to match up with than Newman Catholic. Had 4 games last night. Go through those final scores for you in a little while, and then get you ready for our upcoming week at Zaleski Sports. Another full slate of games in the next week here at Zaleski Sports. So we're going to take, we'll wait until the national anthem and then take a break and come back. So again, the dimensions here at Newman Catholic for 8-man, still 100 yards, or I guess 120. 120-yard football field. Not the length, the width. The width of the field, a handful of yards shorter. It's about, 53 in a regular football field. Significantly skinnier than that. So we're going to Paul Micklig. Make sure I get that correct. Again, we'll follow Greenwood all year. I'd like to thank everyone that helps us. We're going to take a quick break and hear from somebody. I don't know. Hear from our sponsors. Come back after this.
Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Experience your choice of small, in-person classes, online classes, innovative technology class options, or your choice of any combination to fit your needs. You can also choose to get started here and finish at a 4-year, or with an associate degree in one of our 60 in-demand programs. Experience choice at Mid-State Technical College. Get started at mstc.edu.
At V&H Automotive, you'll get the best price and best selection on all Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Ram, Dodge, and Jeep models guaranteed. At V&H, our friendly staff is always ready, here to serve you. No pressure, no gimmicks, just great deals, great service, and the best vehicles in central Wisconsin. Come see why our customers rate us #1.
V&H Automotive, a short drive from anywhere, or visit us at vhautos.com.
Jason Zaleski here to tell you that Hewitt's Meat has you covered with simple, easy, and free home delivery. Residents of North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, and Wisconsin get free, that's right, free delivery on every order from Hewitt'sMeats.com. Choose from bratwurst, wieners, bacon, jerky, sausage, cheeses, ham, snack sticks, gift boxes, and even the popular grillers. With over 50 flavors of bratwurst, Hewitt's Meat with free delivery will please your entire family. Visit the store in Tomahawk, Marshfield, or Hewitt's Meat on Facebook today.
From first contact at Dental Clinic of Marshfield, their dentists are committed to your individual attention and strive to provide personalized oral health care. They work hard to create the ultimate stress-free and comfortable dental experience. It is their mission to educate and provide the patients with the best dental care in central Wisconsin. Whether you're looking for information on implants, teeth whitening, crowns, orthodontics, dentures, or any dental service, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has it for you. You can book your appointment online at dentalclinicofmarshfield.com or give them a call at one of their 3 locations in Marshfield, Stratford, or Neillsville today. Welcome back to Newman Catholic High School. We get you ready for our first ever 8-player football matchup here at Zaleski Sports. And it is the Newman Catholic Cardinals and the Greenwood Indians here this afternoon. We'll see. Make sure we get all the correct names, numbers, everything for you here this afternoon. See who is kicking off first. I believe. I have no idea. I wasn't paying attention to the coin toss, so we'll see how we start. But Greenwood was working from left to right. That's how they stood after the national anthem, and don't see a T out there. But we will, it looks like Greenwood will kick off to begin their 2020 8-man season and their 8-man campaign here this afternoon. Again, Steve Maves alongside Cale Jacoby. I'd like to thank Forward Financial again for sponsoring our pregame show. Kicking off from left to right will be Xander Hinker for Greenwood. And back to return will be Thomas Bates and Ben Knoll for Newman Catholic. Week 1 finishing up here this afternoon. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in, as you could either watch us or watch the SEC, and you're watching us, so we appreciate it. And Hinker will be caught at the 25-yard line, coming near side, and will be ripped down there at the 33-yard line. And that's where the Newman Catholic Cardinals will take over, 1st and 10. Again, working from right to left as we look at Newman Catholic or Cardinal Field here this afternoon. Dylan Ackerman will be under center. I guess shotgun for Paul Micklig. And he is in shotgun formation. 3 down linemen. Moves his players from right to left, and he'll keep it himself. Take it to the far side. Has room. Breaks the tackle, and it'll fall forward past the 40 to the 42-yard line. A good gain of 8.5 there for Ackerman. And again, that's something that will take a little bit of getting used to for sure. Only 8 players, both sides, for this matchup. Rogan Travis here on the right end, 27, Xander Hinker. Cody Bradlow, the quarterback, playing safety. One receiver near, one of the far. And they motion everybody over again. That's Wyatt Brenner for Newman. And he's on the motion and has room to the near side. Gets the edge and has room. Breaks a tackle and will be ripped out of bounds near the 30-yard line. And on the run there, Thomas Bates, as we expected, he would be a tough guy to take down. And on the end around, it was a big gain for Bates and the Cardinals. Ben Knoll back there as well. Brendan Shaw-Hennessy for Newman as well, 22. Don't have a 22. Nah. Far side is McCarty. and moves them over.